Compound's open, devils. What's going down? Back to work we go. I didn't pack accordingly for this trip, I'll tell you that much. I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling right now. Oh boy. I did get a haircut the other day though, and it feels real nice. I don't feel like such like a homeless person. But we got an adventure today, boys. We got an adventure today. And me ladies, I just spit, I think. Just a disaster. We got an adventure today. Let's turn on our lights. Had some pizza, watched the game. Tua Tagovailoa just got TKO'd. Not good. Some dude asked for my Instagram. It was cool, man. Good times. Good times. Had a couple beers. Let's get moving. Yeah, we got to go out to the desert. Oh. Yeah. We'll see how it all goes. We will see how it all goes. Today is Friday, right? Let's double check. I think I got paid. Tua Tagovailoa got crushed, man. That sucked. That was not cool, man. He's done. His career's probably going to be over. There's come to a point where it's not even worth the head trauma, man. That guy's been knocked out so many times. I think last year he got TKO'd 3 times, or a concussion protocol. What's up, devils? Welcome to the compound, brother. We'll be going out to the desert today, and then we'll go home. It's gonna be a long one, dude. It's gonna be a long day. Well, I don't know how to, I'm not sure how to plan this out accordingly. I'm not sure how to plan out my day. Not good. Not good. I don't know. I haven't watched. I haven't been keeping up with the news or nothing for a good minute either. or like Israel or Gaza or Ukraine or Russia. I've not been. It's been boring, man. It's been boring. No movement on the front lines. I think everyone's just waiting for November to happen, and like Garrett, the war will kick off again. I think, and it's winter time. Yeah, it's gonna be freezing out there. Oh, I don't. What's up, Greg? The pursuit of the almighty buck. What's up, brother? Yeah. That's that. Damn it. Yeah. I enjoy getting up for work. I really do. You know, getting ready and having like a purpose and stuff. But the minute like 10 o'clock or noon hits, I'm spent. You know. Then I got 3 more hours because I usually get off at like 3 or 4 in the drive home. You know, then I have to go home and unpack and do laundry. Could be a lot, but you know, in the mornings I'm always pretty happy. I always feel it's like the time I wish I could go to the gym or something. I have so much. It's my best, the best time of the day for me is the mornings, man. I feel freaking fantastic in the mornings when I wake up. It's quite, you know, some people struggle getting up in the morning. For me, it's quite the opposite. I really enjoy it. I like getting my energy drink. I like getting on the road and just seeing the clouds and the weather and all the people. I like driving. But by 10 o'clock or noon, I'm fucking getting spent. It's getting hot. I'm starting to complain more. I wish I could go to the beach by then. You know, I like going to work out in the mornings, hit the beach by noon, get a beer by 3, back home by like 6. That's my days right there, boys. But now it's work until 3 and then get grumpy until 5 and then go to bed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm more spry in the morning. The later the day goes, the slippery the slope, you know. But I get real tired just from work, man. It's the drive that kind of wipes me out now. Back in the day, I would drive all day, go straight to the gym. Or just a couple of years ago, you know. But now I get I feel like going home. That's why I used to work graveyard shifts. Graveyard shifts were the best, man. I could do whatever I want all day, and I wasn't a big fan of sleeping all that much. But, you know, you can sleep wherever you want. You don't need those 8 hours. You got 24 hours a day, sleep 5 hours here, 2 hours there, and take a little power nap here. There's your full 8. I like being like extremely exhausted where like, you know, you sit down somewhere and you just out. That's always a good feeling. I sent you a couple, oh shoot, I'll check them out. I will definitely check them out. A couple emails, not sure if they got to you. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think yeah, I'll check after the stream. I didn't see any. I saw some work emails, but sometimes, you know, they don't load up. You gotta like actually open the app, and all of a sudden you have 10 emails in your freaking app. It's what, Bobby? I don't know how to pull this day off. Kind of have to drive far, but I don't really need to. Right, and I have to because it's work, but man, I'm trying to. I guess I can do it. Because I got to go to the desert. It's kind of a drive. I could almost stream all day. I don't know, it's like an hour there and back or something. It's one hell of a drive. I'll lose a connection with the stream every once in a while because there ain't nothing out there. Interesting. Or I can go in the city, but I don't feel like going in the city. It's Friday. Everyone kind of is crazy on Fridays. I don't want to. All the freaks and geeks come out Fridays. I'm trying to get out of the city before like 9 or 10. So it looks like the desert it is. I'll hit the desert, do a quick, I gotta say hi to someone, do a quick Yui. I probably will stay on stream this whole time. Might as well, huh? I ain't gonna hear nothing else, so I don't want to listen to nothing else. I like listening to the road, man. Sounds of the road. I don't need no music or nothing like that, or talk radio. I don't need any more information getting shoved in my brain. I don't have that much room. Driving makes me tired. Yeah, what's up, Gold? I sent you a couple. Oh, right now. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, driving. I got 2 hours. The kids are doing school. Oh, nice. I got 2 hours. The kids. Oh, well, I'll be streaming probably. Nice. School's important. Learning to read and write, and simple math, and geometry's kind of important. You know, got to get those right angles, the 90 degrees. You know. Anything else that I think above geometry, I think. But simple math, you know, division, subtraction, all that's reading to write. Oh, I did, dude. I was. Damn it! I'm gonna sell myself out right now. All right, man. You guys can't make fun of me. I do things with my mother. She goes gets. Damn it! She goes gets mani pedis, and I got a mani or pedi with her, right? My dad goes, "What are you guys doing today?" Like, "Oh, we thought we were gonna go to a bar or something down the street." And I was like, "No, I'm gonna go with Mom somewhere." And he goes, "Oh, where are you guys going?" Like, "Oh, I'll meet you guys, you know." And I was like, "Well, you know, you sure about that?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I didn't want to tell him, dude. And my dad's like, "Oh man." But anyways. I was a girl was there, like a teenage girl, and her mom gave her something, and she goes, "Mom, I can't read cursive." And I was like, "Oh, cursive, man! Teach those kids cursive. That's a good thingy, whatever." Yeah, the Vietnamese girls hate, like because I bite my nails, and I completely destroy my fingers. But every time I give them my hand, they go, "Oh!" They go, "What's wrong with?" They think I'm like diseased or something. I'm like, "No, I just bite my nails." And like, yeah, it's really bad. But they go, "Oh," like they don't know where to begin. What's that? I make my husband go with me. All right, no, I don't feel bad. And then he wanted to take them. Yeah, okay, yeah. There's no polishing now. They're just I go, some of my mom. It's funny. My mom grew up kind of rough. dude. So like having a guy, you know, I fucking feel super embarrassed doing it, dude. I'd sit there and I act, but I'm like, dude, this is so gay. You know, but you know, I'm not gonna lie, it like, hey man, there's a reason why that's a good business to open if you can do it, man. Get some ladies to help you off. It's a very cash-heavy business, especially out here in California. Those things are ripping all the time, man. I have to walk by them all the time. They're in every supermarket, mani-pedis and facials and stuff. Beauty in California, man. I hear what my mom, like her nails and her stupid eyelashes. I'm like, dude, no wonder we were poor growing up. Well, I gotta keep up appearances. I was like, dude, no one looks at you like that no more. Me and my mom have great conversations. Yeah, cursive. I was talking about the school, but yeah, cursive, man. I heard it. I knew kids didn't write in cursive no more. But I was like, oh, that's interesting. Don't everyone need their toenails clipped and their dead skin shaved off? They do. I'm telling you, man, after it kind of... I got one before with my mom when I was fighting, and my foot, you know, you get calluses on the bottom of your foot. But in Muay Thai and kickboxing, it's actually like a good thing because it, you know, your feet stay rock solid. And this lady was doing my feet, dude, and she goes, like, what do you do? Like, what do you do for a living? I was like, oh, you know, whatever. Yeah, it's funny, man. I always find it funny going in there. But it's super embarrassing. You're like, oh shit, dude, I hope no one sees me. Yeah, it does make your nails look good. They're destroyed now. I destroyed them, but yeah, it's kind of funny, man. They always go, oh, what happened to your nails? You know, because I bite them so much, I pull the skin off. Like, it's really bad. And they'll start bleeding. I always have to put, so if you ever see me with tape on my fingers, you know why. I always have to put tape on my fingers. I don't go anymore. I got everything I need to do it myself. I saved that. Oh, dude, so much money. But now I have friends that want me to do full sets. Oh, no. I'm not, oh, yeah. Yeah, if you got it, dude, there's so much money, dude. So much money goes into beauty products and nails and eyelashes and hair. Dude, the amount of appointments, I'm like, you know, going to my parents' house a lot more and actually paying attention to what they say. And now that I'm older and I'm actually have to move back home and stuff, I hear what, I'm like, dude, you got to have paid your house off 10 years ago if you didn't do all this shit. Oh, dude. Oh, shit. I went the total wrong way. That's okay. Insane, man. So much money. And it's the best business in the world because you have to keep going back. You have to keep going back. Especially if you find someone that likes to do what y'all do. Like, you know, you're going to jump on that appointments. That fucking hair, dude, it's insane. You'll sit there in a chair for like 3 hours getting your roots done, you know? If you did a silk layover, I didn't even know that's a thing, a silk layover. I'm sorry, guys, this is not the most manliest thing we want to talk about. Overlay on your nails. That's how I quit. Oh, biting. Oh, biting. Oh. Silk overlay on your nails. what the hell's a silk overlay? Like a film or something? Yeah, that means then I have to clip them every day. I mean, who wants to do that? Huh, interesting. I know the like stuff that like you put them on your nails so you quit biting them, and it really like it burns your, like it's like eating a pepper or something. I tried that. My brother used to do it. When I was little, my mom put it on my brother's hands, and my brother actually liked the taste. He's all, it's kind of spicy. We kind of like it. So that ended pretty quick. Yeah, man, I mean, little things like that, you know, the hygiene that we have these days, and the medicine, and the fresh water, and the good nutritional, you know, food, and dude, we're gonna live till we're fucking in our hundreds, dude. No joke, man. I mean, the vitamins, you know, we know a lot of stuff about the body, you know, prior to, you know, a lot of people, the antibiotics, the some of the you know, like what the hell, the freaking Wuhan shot, but like not that, like the good ones. There's some good ones that you took when you're little, like was it TB, and some of those are pretty solid, you know, especially back. I remember going into, yeah, we had to take him to go to public school. I was an injected baby. But there was like seven shots, and they were fine. I forget what shots they were, but I remember taking some. But that was in the 70s or 80s, man. We, you know, stuff back then was a little different than 24, 5 now. I hope not. But it's a hard film. It's clear. Oh, ooh, yeah, that might work, or might make it even worse. So I rip them. Yeah, that didn't work. The pepper paint, yeah, the pepper paint doesn't work. I hope not. Oh, you hope not, so you don't live till you're 100. Dude, you don't got a choice. That's you know, you don't get to pick and choose when you pass. That's you know, we're not that special. You know, that's always thought about my good buddies killing themselves. You know, they got to choose when they passed, and I don't, you know. I wouldn't mind living a long life, man. I want to see us like go to Mars and shit, you know. That would, moon and Mars. I'll fart me up there. I'll freaking go. You know, I want to see how like the cool stuff America does, you know, or like you know, imagine going to Mars, like we land on Mars and stuff. Like, dude, that's epic, bro. That's, you know, that would be worth staying alive for. That, you know, we don't have to live there, than just landing on that. Yeah, I would love to see that. Yeah. And just the like new technology our military comes up with, you know, it's badass, dude. And I want to see it. I want them to be like, okay, man, we've been hiding these spaceship shuttles from you for like 250 years, or, you know, 100 years, and now, yeah, we've been flying them. It's us. It was us the whole time. But like, I freaking knew it. There's no aliens, man. It's just us. Like, in, all those pilots on, like, Congress, it was right here off San Diego. Oh, dude, me and my dad saw something the other day, or like a couple months ago. But yeah, they're the Marine Corps Air Base right here in San Diego, man. These guys fly into the Pacific Ocean all the time, and they have to see a bunch of crap in the air that they can't describe. For sure, dude. For sure. Maybe there are aliens, huh? I don't know. You know, you never know. You never know. For religious reasons, my kids are not vaccinated. Yeah, yeah. I don't think, I mean, you don't really have to worry about any, diseases anymore. Have you heard of anyone getting a disease in a long time? Or like some weird, funky, everything we like almost erratic. Dude, I got bit by a stray dog. This happened while I was working this job. I was in downtown Los Angeles, even worse. Dude, I was in downtown Los Angeles, man, where it was just not a good place. And the stray dog walks up to me. It was like a big old Rottweiler or pit. And it looked friendly. I was like, oh, hey, buddy. You know, I'm pretty stupid, guys. So I reached my little fingers out, and it was rough. And it bit me right in the hand, dude. And I was like, ooh. I was like, oh, shit. And it kind of ran away. And I was like, oh, that's not good. And it pierced, it scraped. I always have tape with me. Paper tape. I taped it up. I was like, okay, well, that's kind of sucks. I go inside and do my job, and it starts really bleeding. And the owner, the guy I was working with, he was like, hey, man, you're bleeding on my floor. I was like, oh, dude. I called my boss. I was like, hey, I just got bit by a dog, man. I think it was a stray. Anyways, long story short, work related, I go to the hospital, get it checked out, and I'm like this. And the doctor's like, hey, whatever. He asked me a couple questions. He's like, oh, you're fine, man. Just we'll stitch it up real quick and we'll get you out of here. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, you're not gonna, it was a stray dog, man. I'm not lying. Like, is there like a procedure going on, like rabies? He goes, nah, that we haven't had a rabies case, and dude, he was like, it's pretty much gone. I was like, whoa, really? I was like, okay. Yeah, I swear, and I had to be wheelchaired out like this of the hospital with my hand, because they had to wheelchair me out. I was like, hey, I can walk, I'm fine. They're like, no, it's like protocol. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, a nurse had to come, and I had to look at it. It was weird. And the boys are not cut. You can imagine how much attention you get when you refuse. Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, it's like the norm now. Yeah, all religious. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, people, I don't know. People I don't know. People hold their values very true. So if they don't if you don't go with their values, they'll always kind of like, what? Like, oh, you're different. You know what? You do things how? What? Yeah, people are strange too. Oh, really? Lies we had. Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't think you can eradicate rabies. I'm, almost positive that's not a real thing, but I swear he was like, I don't even know. No, it may be just a Los Angeles thing, or yeah, I was kind of like, okay, like, it was weird, but I don't know if he was talking about just the county or the state of Cal. There's no way, because there's woods out here. If you get bit by a raccoon or a possum out here, you're gonna get a rabies shot for sure. But I don't know. I couldn't tell you why he told me that. He's don't worry about it. It's pretty much gone. I was like, that can't be true. I don't. They didn't do anything. They just patched me up, and I was like, okay, man, maybe the dogs are safe now. I guess I don't. Yeah, the dog. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. maybe just like in the cities, you know, he that's what he meant. But you know, once he found, if I told him I was like in the woods or something, but I was in downtown Los Angeles, like there ain't, you'll get you're more likely to get like hepatitis from all the homeless people. I think they had like some medieval disease in their in the like city hall. It was so bad. Ooh. Nails and spa. I'm going in. I'm gonna get my mani-pedi, man. Yeah, I think it was just the cities. Like they weren't worried about like stray dogs biting people. And that's because you know, I'm not from the city. So when the doctor told me that, I was like, dude, there's no fucking way. What are you talking about? I want a rabies shot. I think you guys are just going cheap on me. Oh boy. Let me see how far this place is. What's up, devils? Got 21 listeners. What's up, guys? Welcome to the compound, brothers. Oh, yeah, I was going to see how far this place is. Oh, dude, I'm not looking forward to this drive. Actually, I kind of am. Oh, let's see, though. It's going to be freaking far. It might be too far. Especially for a Friday. Palm Canyon. Shoot. I can maybe do it. I mean, I have to do it. Oh my god. An hour and 20 minutes? Actually, that's not as bad as I thought. Oh my god. Alright, let's do it, fellas. It's not going to get any closer. Oh god, I really don't want to do it. Shoot, guys. I'm kind of... I guess I could. Well, I'd have to go, you know. Yeah. No. Let's do it. Don't have anything else to do. What? All right, we got to drive. Oh, this is gonna be. I haven't been out here in a long time. All right, let's do it. I don't know, man. Wouldn't you want to open up your stores? I swear, over the past, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember all, like, I drive around all the time and I look at, you know, shopping centers and this and that. And the one thing I've noticed, and maybe I'm just looking at it now at a different perspective, but a lot of these stores don't open till like 10 or 11 o'clock. And I never remember that. I thought everything kind of opened, you know, why wouldn't you open at a 8? I would open early, man. 7 o'clock. I don't know. Like, look how many people are up, man. This is California. People get up and move. I would have this. Even like a Walgreens, man. Like, I don't know. I always thought stuff opened up kind of early, like at 7 or 8. But, I mean, nothing. If you're not open, you're not doing business. You know, that's what I always say. You got to be open all the time, as much as you can, or you're not. What's the point of having a store like Wingstop? Well, that's kind of food. That'd be gross. An Irish pub. Holy! I want to go there. Let's go have a beer. Like, I would have that bitch open. You don't think people want to have a drink at 8 in the morning? Oh, yes, they do. A michelada, oof. Or a Bloody Mary. Yeah, people do that all the time. I don't know. I think it's just, and there's no like laws in California where you can't serve booze at a certain time. This is California, baby. You can buy booze anytime you want, at any place for any reason. Not like Utah. Utah was a pain in the ass. COVID happened. Yeah. Harry Smoke. I love that name, Harry Smoke Potter, dude. Yeah, I mean, that's everything changed when Walmart got rid of 24 hours. What do you do for work? A little private. Harry Smoke Potter. I'll let you guys know eventually, but you know, to keep things private. You know, I don't want any crazy people. You know, I say a lot of crazy stuff on here. You know, people. I don't want someone to get all pissed off and you know. I'll be like Tom Hanks in Saving Private Ryan. You guys, they don't know what he does for a living. They keep asking him, and there's a huge bet going on, and he ended up being a school teacher at home. You know, wife, kids. But you know, when you're at war with like a captain, like you know, you think he's a badass dude at home, or you know, a SWAT team, somewhere, or whatever, you know. But no, just a school teacher, you know. Now, I might lose my job sooner or later, but you know, I'll tell you guys eventually. It's nothing, you know, it's nothing exciting. I can't do much anyways, so. Yeah, COVID happened. Yeah. No worries. Just notice you're usually in a car, and was curious. Yeah, the cartel is hiring. Yeah, I drive around, man. I drive around and talk to people, basically, and I do other stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I said, my company got bought out for a lot of money. Or that's not my company, but the company I work for. It's you know, in all 50 states. It's a huge organization. It's been around forever too. You know, it's not like I like to say it's an old school type of job, you know, career path. I like it. Oh, no, yeah, you know, yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I drive around and I do stuff, but you know, it's just work to me. You know. Lots of security jobs with the tribes. They love hiring vets. Dude, you know, I kind of thought about that. There's like casinos and stuff, and there's reservations kind of where I live. I would love to, like, not just get a job and, you know, they would hire a vet, but like to actually, like, hey, I heard a lot of bad shit about what happened in the United States a long time ago. What's going on, Phil? You know, what's up? I like know their culture and just kind of like, oh shit, man. Like, I would love to do something like that. And I would love to F up people in a casino. That would be super fun for me. You know, drunk dudes talking shit at the blackjack table. Oh yeah, who was that is getting a job at a blackjack table? I forgot on stream yesterday. It was Mad Monk, or is it? Oh, I forget. Oh yeah, this. Oh yeah, guys, it might go in and out. You know, it's the connection. So we got an hour and 20-minute drive, 62 miles, and we're gonna go up through the mountains of San Diego and then back down in the desert of, oh, I don't even know what, Imperial County. It's gonna be a doozy. But I gotta go. I gotta see this guy. He's just far out there. I gotta go see my guy. Glasses. 206 from Oklahoma. It's not that exciting. Yeah. Just to hang out with them. That'd be cool. Get to know the culture, you know. It's like when my buddy Chris comes on. He's from Deutschland. He talks about World War II and like all the weird stuff. You know how they thought about it in Germany. And I think he told me his grandpa fought in World War II, and he said his grandpa just said it was, you know, bullshit. Which so everything about that whole time period was bullcrap, you know. Something like that. I'm probably misquoting, but it's cool talking to people like that, and you know, with the honest opinion, not being afraid to hurt someone's feelings. You know, I'm sure, you know, like I always say, people aren't tango. It's always good to hear two sides of a story and be like, and it just escalates. You know, I did this, you did that, you did that, I did this. And then it ends up leading to a big war like a Little Bighorn, dude, and Custer's Last Stand. Dude, I've been there, man. I filmed it, but those guys got whacked, dude. They were outgunned, outmanned, outclassed the Native Americans. They went right into a death trap, dude. It's completely sad though, because oh yeah, Gold. I'm gonna post a short of a tombstone of the Native Americans. I found it in my clip. I mean, it'll be like 15 seconds, so it'll be quick. But it's really cool seeing that, man. I never seen that. You know, respect for the troops. You know, doesn't matter what side you're on. You always have to respect the troops. We're the troops. I can't remember anything from his name, but it ended with, oh, is it Agent 206? Which is where I go to the doctor right now. Oh yeah, the Chickasaw Nation, that's right. Oh, from Oklahoma. No, not Agent 206. He's from Georgia. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, the Chickasaw. Oh man, what was his name? I totally forgot. He'll come back on. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah, I think the direction I'm going is actually like Indian reservation land, because I'll be passing through Capitan Grande Reservation, and then you can, like, on maps, they're blocked out in red, and there's another one, so I'll be kind of going around them, not through them. Oh, Barona Reservation and Capitan Grande Reservation. Gotta have a little Española in those names. Yeah, all this area was owned by Mexico, just like, I don't know, 130 years ago. A couple years ago, they found a soldier in the creek bed in Bighorn. Really? Yeah, dude, when you hit that battlefield, you realize what a dumb mother effer Custer was. He left his cannons behind. He tried to move on foot, fast. He got to this like plateau, and they have the battlefield like where the Native Americans were like surrounding them. Dude, these motherfuckers, dude, bear crawl or belly crawling on the floor. And Custer was like on this little mountaintop, and these dudes got right up to them, dude, and surrounded, dude, all from all angles, man. And this guy had nothing. He brought nothing with them, man. And his troops stood there, man, and they all got whacked. And then, dude, it's super sad, man. And it's crazy because he had a meeting like with like a Native American like chief or chick. It was a chick or something. Very important like female in the tribe, and they like hung out they did a bunch of weird stuff, like he was with, like, they had a conversation before this battle, and he goes, no man, like, no, there's no more war between us, we're not doing that no more, like, we're gonna try to figure this out peacefully between my government and you guys. And like a couple months later, they end up going to war with each other, and that tribe was like, you're gonna fucking pay. Yeah, they made him pay. Like, they were really pissed off that he betrayed them on their word. Yeah, it wasn't a good. They really effed him up too. And Native Americans, they don't do that stuff. Or I'm sure some, like the Apaches in Texas and shit, those wild mofos. But they did it on purpose too, like, because he went back on. Yeah, it was a big deal, like a big deal to them. It's crazy because that memorial, man, it's like 3 memorials, 3 like burial sites and all at once. I've been referring to as Chief. Some tribes are. Oh shoot! Reminds me of some bad positions, outposts in Afghanistan. Yeah. Yeah, but this site, man, there's like there's people buried from the Indian Wars, like World War I and World War II. I've never seen a Mexican American cemetery yet from the wars from Mexico. I don't think I've ever seen that. But it was pretty big. These like national war. There's thousands of tombstones, and then there's Custer's last stand, and they're like a little burial ground for these guys, and then scattered just kind of all over the place are the American tombstones, sweet looking, and they had their name. They found out their name, their tribe or whatever, because there's in that battle there's on Custer. Oh my God, there's two other ones. They were like, yeah, we're gonna F this guy up, dude. Oh, it was completely sad. Super sad. That could have been all avoided. Yeah, bad position in Afghanistan. I've been referred to as Chief Slappo once or twice. It took me a while to read that. I'm not good at reading, especially when I'm driving. Chief Slappo, yeah. Honestly, that was probably like a name. It would just spell different, and if you sound it out, it'll probably say something different. But dude, I mean, like, it's wild, man. I was blown back by the You know, and that's whatever those guys did, and you know, the wrong or the right, or the right or wrong, you know, they all that could have solved world peace or cancer, but they ended up dying on a battlefield that people barely remember. That's the sad part. You know, you can go to, I mean, Japan, the best soldier, discipline, and the rape or Nazi Germany. You know, never desecrate military cemeteries, because you got to be reminded why that happened. You know, it's a teaching, experience, I guess I want to say. You know, the French, Napoleon, you know, I'm sure those guys walked into Austria and where are you going? You know, you can never disrespect the troops that are buried. You know, I don't care if you can disrespect everyone that's alive. I care less about that. But you know, if a general sucks and he's a total D-bag, yeah, you can call him a D-bag or whoever. But the troops that, you know, some people, you know, were probably so naive and so young when they passed and on the battlefield. If you can talk to them now, they would probably be like, dude, not worth it. You know, no one thinks they're gonna die. You know, all of them, you can be like, dude, was it worth it? No, I'd rather have been home with my family. You know, I'd rather have. But in order for us to have a good conversation like this, you know, and all this cool stuff to happen in our lifetime, a lot of people have to perish, man. And that's what I believe in that. You know, and it sucks, dude. It's not a good thing, you know. But I know it has to happen. It's happening right here. You know, Ukraine. A lot of people are gonna fucking die in Ukraine. A lot. They all those numbers out. There's no way those are accurate. You can't ever the only people on the battlefield that are counting. No one's counting shit on the battlefield. Oh yeah, we got 3 guys today. That doesn't happen. No one cares, dude. Everyone's trying to survive on the battlefield. No one's taking notes. No one's counting how many tanks they blew up. You know, they might record it and try to do some analysis later, but you know, there's no way to do accurate counting. I mean, you know, maybe helicopters, planes, you can probably count because those are big war machines, but people, no, there's no way. And in order for Ukraine to like really have freedom from Russia, they have to win this war, man. They have to send all their youth to die. That's how you win wars. And then they have to win by showing that the Russia, you know, there has to be history on Russia invading or Ukraine and losing, so the Russian people know, hey, last time we did that, fellas, we lost big time. You know, not only did we lose, but you know, the whole world came down on us. That's what I mean. You know, the Indian, you know, Native Americans, you know, if they didn't put up a good fight, back then, you know, God knows what would have happened. God knows what would have happened. You know, that would have been the worst part. I feel like I'm near a reservation. Cheers.
Ooh, that looks like a cool bar.
Oh no, I know where I'm at. Our guys in Iraq dishonored the enemy. Dead and dead. Oh, you're talking about like Abu Ghraib or whatever? We changed all that, but the damage was done. I knew an infantry guy that kept track of his body count and tattooed tally marks on his arm. Yeah. I mean, as an individual, Yeah, you probably can't keep count because I've kept count. I'm just talking like when you read the news, you know, you news, oh, they say, oh, 1,300 Russians died today. I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? Hell, and every day that's, oh, another 1,000 troops died today in Ukraine. It's like, how do you know that? No one's out there counting a dead body. Oh yeah, there's one. You know, yeah, it can get weird. You know, tally marks. I have something like that. Yeah, and infantry guys, yeah, they're kind of, you know, a lot of tribes didn't agree with how they made monuments with their dead burial rights. Yeah, yeah. That's another thing. Yeah, I mean, not yeah, because you know, if I buried an Iraqi, an Iraqi, citizen or whatever, and I put a tombstone with a cross on it, I don't think. Yeah, I get that part. Yeah, I agree that they wouldn't. They would be kind of pissed. I'm just surprised that America has gotten this far without something really weird happening, you know? America has a lot of crazy... I mean, we're living through, like, the history, you know? America is still, a fairly new country that, you know, I'm only been a part of for 36 years, you know? We got to try to make it better. I mean, we can't really change the past. We can correct it, you know, in history books a little bit and make sure it's not, you know, leaning one side. Because when I learned history, I remembered, you know, learning the Civil War and the Indian Wars, you know, and the Trail of Tears. I remember learning about that. And you just kind of remember, like, in like 5th grade, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I learning about that? You don't, as a kid, you don't understand what you're learning, but I remember it. And until I'm older, then I'm like, oh, dude, I get it. I remember learning about all that, the Holocaust, the civil rights movements, and all that stuff. It's a fight, man. Like, life ain't easy. There's always a power at B, you know. Ooh, Waypoint Saloon. There's some nice bars over here. I like bars like that. Waypoint Saloon. There's Cheers. You know, I don't like going back in the past and trying to correct something. The one thing we can all do and probably agree on is we have to move forward. You know, what we learn and make sure it doesn't happen again. Because it'll happen again. It always happens again. It always happens again. Ember history is written by the victor. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the loser can't really speak. Yeah. Or, you know, no one really cares what the loser says. It's like, oh, whatever. Well, you guys, you know, didn't win the war or didn't do this. Yeah, I get that, man. This is a nice little town. I like little towns like this. Vintiques. And history is always written by the victor, man. You know, as someone that, you know, as me, as like I know it's you know, probably a little disrespectful to not, you know, give the body to the tribe or, you know, something like that and have them bury it. But, you know, as a regular Joe Schmo, you know, that goes out, typical American, you know, those tombstones, man, really, really touched my soul, man, because it made it real. You know, I never thought I would see a Native American tombstone, or, you know, if it was that, it would be like, you know, totally Americanized. You know, this guy died on this battlefield, and you know, just something brief. But it, you know, in my little peanut brain, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, man. Like, I totally respect. You know, I can see that it wasn't totally respected. You know, by, you know, but, you know, for me, I guess, you know, peanut brain I thought that blew me away. It totally blew me away. You know, it made it real. It made the Indian Wars real. You know, it made the Custer's Last Stand, like, because, you know, you see a bunch of movies, and there's one movie about it, Custer, you know, and the boys, like, lasted a long time. No, those guys got fucking whacked, dude. Those guys got eaten up fast. They didn't survive too long in that battle, you know. You know, and then it's weird because it's kind of like you see the battle, then you see a monument for the American soldiers and the people that died there. They list them all off, and then you follow a trail, and the trail will take you to every spot where, like, the Native Americans were at, you know. It's not big, but they circled them. These dudes, and it kind of takes you a walk around it, and he was there, and then it's just, you know, I don't know. Like I said, it made it really real, and then that was cool. Then you're just like, oh, what's this, like, weird, you know, maroon tombstone way over here, and you kind of walk towards it, and it's a different symbol of the tribe and the name of the dude, and then what it means in English, I guess, you know, it could be, I don't know, but you know, and then I think the year he passed, I think it was that year, but I don't think they knew. I don't know. I got to look at the video again, but you know, it was quite sombering, man, and very, you know, it was very quiet there. No one's talking. Very weird. That was the weirdest part of my trip, was that one. It was, because I'm used to seeing, you know, Iraq, you know, big old cemeteries out here by the bases, and you know, I saw I can talk about it all day. It's super, you know, it blew me away. I couldn't believe it. And you see the vast landscape. It's just, there's so much damn land, dude. So much land. I'm trying to turn out. I'm not pulling into someone's driveway. That's crazy. I need to pull over because I am slowing down traffic. Ah, here we go. Whoa, that's a ditch. I've been to a lot of the sites, and I agree it's impactful, and I think a lot nowadays agrees with it. You can imagine their wives and mothers wanted their body. Yeah, the whole, family, like, you know. I'm just happy someone back then said, hey guys, let's not, you know, let's at least do something, you know. It could have been worse. Like I said, when I look at something and I'm like, dude, they should have done this, you know, I always kind of stop and say, I'm just happy they did something, you know. And not, you know, it could have, you know. I didn't see a General Custer's tombstone. He was with, had a big one with, I mean, it wasn't just him, but had all the troops' names. You know, he didn't get an individual tombstone. I don't think so. I don't think he did. No one really liked him, so. You know, that's why, like, we can always discuss the past, but I'm just happy someone wrote about it, you know, and didn't make some wild accusations. If we don't do something, be able to. Yeah, it sucks for the family. Deserve one. Yeah, I don't think he got an individual one. Put on one BS one. His uncle, his like nephews, the whole family was like around that battle, and they hunted the whole family down. No, he was a big piece of crap, though. He was. Like, I'm all about the troops and, you know, having some respect for the troops, whether, you know, you're an enemy at the time, who pissed you off, and who. But yeah, all those documentaries about him, they forget to leave out how big of a piece of shit that of a human being he was. Like, he was not a nice person. Yeah, there's being, you know, like if I was in his shoes, if I go to war with the Indians, I go to war with them. You know, that's you know, I'm not making those decisions. You know, there's being a good soldier, a good Marine, and there's being a piece of shit human being, and he tilted a heavy towards the piece of crap human being. Yeah, you just gotta Google his name a little bit, and you'll understand. You know, he's a dude. He's a dude. What do you think dudes do? You know, when there's no law enforcement and we don't live in the 21st century, especially back then. You know, that was, you know, like 100 and no, that was in the 1850s or something. I don't know. I'm kind of off, but. The rape of Nanking happened in China with Japan, and that was just, I don't know, 80 years ago. So, yeah, people back then weren't nice to each other. That is for sure. Ears off because we went and listened, dude. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, Howard, I've heard some wild. Yeah, they messed that dude up. But he was like a showboat too. Yeah, they said, you know, he was like he would be a Hollywood Marine, you know. He would showboat. He would wear the long tassels on his. And the dude, I think, was only like 36 too. He was young. Yeah, I mean, he didn't live. You know, you weren't expected to live that long back then. Especially riding horseback and shooting a gun and holding all that ammo and stuff. Gotta be a nightmare. Oh, this is nice. I'm driving right behind a big old truck. I enjoy it. I'm gonna actually slow down so he doesn't think I want to pass him. This is nice. Custer was brought back to the West Point. Oh, he was buried there. Oh, he has no individual headstone. Oh, nice. Howard coming in with some knowledge. At the back. Yeah, okay. Oh, shit, he did pull over. Ooh, this is a sweet view. Okay, so he was brought back to his body, whatever was left of his body. Dude, good. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, this site is not for like the American troops that passed. There's like a big little like it's for. Well, they had to make it a national park, so they put some World War II guys there, earlier battles, and then yeah, it's a sweet place, man. Something in that battle, something really bad. I mean, the Custer's boys and them, they walked into a death trap, too. Like, one, they didn't really know the terrain. The fields are, I mean, it's just wide open, and they ended up putting themselves in like the worst like spot ever, where if you can low crawl your ass, and and that's what they did. They surrounded them and just inched their way closer towards these guys, and they were screwed, man. I mean, that had been a nightmare. Dude, you hear a bunch of Indians and like fucking bows and arrows and guns being shot at you, man, and you know, done. You're not getting, you know, you're in the wrong effing land, dude. You know, you're in the wrong fuck. You walked into the wrong building, and now the door's locked behind you. You know, that has to be frightening. You know you're screwed. You know, you came there, you entered their house with the gun, bro. Yeah, man. That's why it's like, oh, you kind of feel for them too. You're like, oh, poor boys. You know, they didn't. That's why I always like it. Because some of those guys, you know, probably were just doing it for a job, you know, money, you know. You know, so I served my country the same way, yeah. But I never walked into someone's house. Well, I guess I did. Damn it. Nah, but yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, are we repeating history with? Just with different countries, maybe. You know? I'm sure a lot of Iraqi citizens friggin' hate the United States. You know? I'm pretty sure. The Geronimo gravesite at Fort is still the coolest I've ever. Ooh, I've never even heard of that, man. Fort Geronimo? Or Fort Hill? I gotta check that out. Might be in my next destination stop. Yes, I would recommend seeing. Yeah. I gotta look that up. I gotta write that down. I gotta write it down, fellas. I want to check that out. What state is that in? Yeah. Oklahoma? Oh, really? All right. That might be my next destination. Fort Hill. Geronimo. Ooh, man, chicken scratch. Always got a pen. Always got to have a pen and paper on you, dogs. Your left breast pocket. You go to any Marine in the entire Marine Corps. Breast pocket. He will have a pen and paper in there. To punch him in the face. The end of story. Lawton, Oklahoma. Lawton. That's awesome, man. Yeah, you know, the funny thing is, I was traveling up to, you know, Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota. Anywhere I went, you just Googled, like, hey, why is Wyoming called Wyoming? Oh, it was an old Native American, you know, chief or whatever tribe. I'm like, oh, what is South Dakota? Dakota was old Native American. I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Like, I didn't, like, you forget, right? I don't even know if I was taught that. I don't remember. But yeah, every state we went to was like, hey, why is Utah called Utah? Well, back in 1800s, it was owned by, you know, the Native American tribe, UTEP, you know, or whatever. It's like, oh, so basically every state is Native American. I got it. It was funny because, you know, we would spend 8 hours on the road, and my dad and my brother and my uncle and my father, you know, just family members, you know, we would do trivia, you know, and we would start reading the, you know, Native American tribe this, Blackfoot that, you know, the chief of this. It was like American history all that much, like the Civil War. I mean, I do, but I'm kind of, you know, it kind of gets old, you know. I try to figure out what else is out there, you know. World War II, it's kind of played out, you know. World War I, Revolutionary War is always cool to learn about, you know, that you always pick up new history, but the Indian Wars, I kind of forgot about, you know, seriously. Or like the Mexican-American War with El Pancho Sevilla. Yeah, and I think his name was, him and his bandits hit like a town in Texas, and then the American army invaded Mexico, like all the way down to Mexico City. And I think we captured that guy and said, okay, we're done. Yeah, those, like, the Mexican-American wars are pretty cool to, you know. But the Indian, I always forget about the Native Americans, man. And they have so much cool shit around here. It's just, you know. Yeah, Wyoming, where else? South Dakota, Montana. I think pretty much all those states up there are named after the tribe or a chief or someone that, you know, did good or something. Fort Still, Oklahoma, home of the field. Oh, boys. The field artillery boys. Gotta love those guys, man. If it wasn't for the, yeah. My buddy was a Marine Corps artillery man. A guy I grew up with. We all joined. There's like 14 of us that joined the Marine Corps, but he was an arty boy, man. And that's a wild job. That's a sweet job too. Even you Marines get trained here. Yeah. My buddy Kyle, man, he was already, his MOS school was at home. Yeah, now that you say that, I didn't know the exact, I'm pretty sure he went to Oklahoma and I went to Missouri. If I can, Robbers Cave in Oklahoma was here. Oh, Jesse James Hideout. Oh, I like the Wild Wild West, dude. Billy the Kid. They're like in South Deadwood up there with oh man, I forget his name now. But yeah, the Wild Wild West days were pretty sweet. Oklahoma means red people. See, man, I didn't know that. I mean, I'm surprised someone hasn't gone woke and tried to change. That's racist. Like Redskins, the football team. That's stupid. You know, that's what I said. Like Redskins, the football team, they had like a Native American dude on there. That's a badass picture. And now they're called the Washington Commanders. Like, who gives a fuck now? Like, I like the Redskins, Washington Redskins football team because of the name. Because it was like a Native American tribe or whatever. And wokeness got to it, man, and now we'll forget about it. And then the Cleveland Indians, gone. You know, all the Native American names are gonna, and you know, okay, you know, I don't know. I thought that was kind of respectful. I don't know. Oklahoma means red people. What the? There's a whole state, you know. But people went after football teams and baseball teams. It's like, oh well. I don't think it's disrespectful. I think that's how you pass on, you know, that's how you pass on knowledge. It's, you know, however you can deem to seem fit to pass it on, that's how you do it. You know, my nephew would go, oh, what the hell's a redskin? Oh, well, it's just a bunch of Indians. Oh, what's an Indian? Well, you know, there's guys that used to roam around the Great Plains and, you know, do their thing. And one day they ran into a bunch of other people that said, hey, we're going to build a bunch of houses here. And the Indian said, no, you're not. And the rest is history. Or, you know, there's more to that than that. But, yeah, you know, that's what I mean. Kind of sucks. I didn't know Oklahoma. I see, now I'm just going to think every freaking, you know, every state that we have is named after a Native American. Seriously. Just, that's... I'm going to bring that up. Why hasn't anyone changed the name Oklahoma to something else? Robbers Cave in Oklahoma was there. Jesse James. Oh, yeah. Iowa means beautiful land. Oh, there you go. 100%. Forgetting about the ancestry is worse than some person's political. Yeah, man, that's what I mean. Like, what the F, dude? Like, I had a couple buddies that loved the Redskins, man. Loved them. Loved the fucking football team. Rocked them. Now they don't really care anymore. They don't buy the jerseys. They don't. So it's whitewashing. It's, oops. Now they're the Commanders or whatever. I don't know what that even means. Texas was Mexican. Yeah. Oh yeah, Texas, California. Oh yeah, man. In California, you'll see a bunch of missions out here. It's like I think missions used to be a fort for the Mexican army, but it's a religious Catholic, church kind of thingy. That was the Mexican-American Wars, yeah. Yeah, Mexico fucked around and found out very quick, dude. Very, very quick. Yeah, Pancho Villa. If you look, I think his name was Pancho Villa. Pancho Villa. My uncle always pretends he's Pancho Villa because he's, it was the banditos. They would grab their 6-shooters and the big sombreros on horseback, and they would ride into Texas and cause trouble or whatever. And there was always skirmishes. And then one day, Pancho Villa and his boys came across and did too much damage, and then the American army chased his ass all the way down to Mexico City. Yeah, there's a lot of history there too, man. It's not just the Alamo and stuff. And that was in Gold Rush was in 1849. But that was right. I mean, we're not so far off those days, That's what I like to, I might say 100 years or 247 years since the American Revolution. Like, they're not far off, man. Like, we're not that far behind them, That's not that long ago. Slavery, to the Indian Wars, to the Mexican-American Wars, to the Revolution, to the Civil War. Like, that wasn't that far ago. Like, those people, still exist that were either attached or effectively hurt, I mean, World War II, dude, Nazi Germany, not that long ago, bro. And they brought the hammer. Like, when people get mad, you gotta be very careful, man. That's why, Indian Reservation, yep. You're right there. I don't understand. Oh wait, I pay nation. Oh man, Gold. I think I'm gonna, there's so much. I'm thinking, if I ever have time, instead of going to cemeteries, because that's kind of creepy after a while, I might try to go inside that's a reservoir. That's an Indian. That's a big barn, and there's something on the side of the barn. I can't tell you what it's a shape, like a picture. It looks like a tribal sign, Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I want to talk to someone on a reservation and be like, what happened? What do you guys I don't understand. It's hard for me to. I get it, but I'm kind of naive, I guess. I'm just learning, man. I mean, there's so much history in this country that no one really talks about. Pancho was assassinated by his own people. We had no hand in. Oh, huh. Well, that's one thing we did good. We just, hey boys, one side of my family lived on this land for thousands of years, and one half of my family came in the 1780s. Oh, damn. Yeah, forgetting the ancestries, man. That really hurts, man. That's what I try to tell my friends that are black. I'm like, dude, I know it sucks. You're attached to something kind of fucked up. I get it. I feel that way with weapons of mass destruction. Like it can kind of eat at you, you know, if you think about it too long. Or yeah, if you're Native American, you're like, what the fuck, you know? You know, I can get it, dude. I think I've been bamboozled to fight someone's war. But if you start erasing the weird history that came with it, it's going to be forgotten, man. Like the Southern generals, like Robert E. Lee, or the, you know, in South Carolina, they pulled down like old Confederate generals or something. You know, I mean, I get it, man. Like, I don't think there should be a statue of a guy that was a dickhead. You know, let's put that in a museum or something. You know, maybe like, I don't know, put it in a classroom so people can learn about it. But if you start erasing it, you know, that's the communist revolution. You know, if you control the future, you can control the past. You know, we can't control, you know, as much as, you know, our past sucks, and we all know about it too, right? I mean, we did, as Americans, we've all served, you know, we all, you know, you don't have to serve to understand this, but you know, we all try to do the best thing for anybody that's in front of us. You know, that way of treating people like crap, I don't think exists for, you know, it's not taught in the military. You know, if you do that, you're doing that on your own effing program, and that's taken a lot of, you know, a lot of learning and a lot of mistakes, you know, and we as you know, and I take full responsibility. You know, we've made a lot of mistakes, and I was a part of it, man. And whether you know, I don't, you know, if it's done to you or you're the one doing the doing, you know, you gotta. Yeah, this is all tribal. You can, I could tell. You know, you gotta learn from your mistakes, and you can't erase history because it makes you look bad. You know, and I think that's a thing that it was happening. We were trying to erase history because it made America look bad. If you don't know about the Native Americans and stuff like that, from the Redskins or the Cleveland Indians, or, you know, the Civil War, or, you know, the weapons of mass destruction, if they started erasing Colin Powell's speech to Congress where he fucking, yeah, you know, then it will be repeated. And this is definitely owned by Lake. Yes. Oh wait, no, I think that's Caltrans. Never mind. But this is huge, man. For some political gain. And 547 is, the current tribes. What about the law? Yeah, what about the law? Yeah. I mean, there's gotta, we have to learn from those things. Try to do better. Yeah, man. Yeah, mama, that's it, dude. I mean, that's all we can really do. Look at this place, dude. This is what I mean about like vast lands, open fields. It's just, this is what I love. Nothing. I want nothing around me. Give me a couple telephone electricity lines, I'm cool with that. Some big old fat cows. But I love the nothingness. If I can like pull over and pitch a tent right by those rocks, and I would sleep out here for like a month. Just wander around, literally just walk around with like driving through Wyoming and all those other states, man. No one's gonna bug you out here. You know, the homeless won't ask you for money. God's country, you know. This is California too, guys. I mean, This is all California. California, right back where we started from. Yeah, that's the point about history. People get all butthurt learning about history. It's like, oh, you gotta take ownership, man. If you take ownership, you'll go, oh, fuck, let's not do that again, guys. Come on. Come on. I don't know, man. I wish I lived back then. I wish I would be on a fly on a wall. Like, there's, there had to been a conversation, with the government and or the tribes, and then I want to, like, what are you guys talking about? Or like the invasion of Russia, like in either Napoleon Day or Germany's Day. Be on a fly on the wall and listen to those conversations. Like, you guys are going to do what? You guys are going to do what? Napoleon, what are you going to do, man? It's just shit. Like, if me and Howard, we didn't like each other, and we were talking, I'm like, look, man, can we just have a beer and then think about it and just go home? I like sleeping on my nice bed. I don't want to get out of it. I like my air conditioning. Let's not get, but people were, I don't know, man. That's the way they lived sucked. You're on horseback. There's, diseases everywhere. You don't know. There's no really law. Law and order. It's just, man, you gotta basically survive out here. That's what I think a lot of people in California get disconnected from that. Everyone's kind of close together. That everyone, especially you live in the suburbs. But the minute you leave out of California, the distance between people is so vast. It's so vast, man. Like, if I broke down out here, I would be okay. It's not that far, but those roads I traveled on are Oklahoma or in Texas. If you break down out there, you're not. You're going to be out there for a while. You better have some water. What's up, Lo? Good morning. Yeah, man, I went over the San Diego mountaintops, so I'm kind of doing it now, going through reservation land, and we'll be hitting the desert here shortly. About 30 minutes, we'll be at our destination. I got to get some gas. But this is just completely empty. Empty for miles, man. That won't be repeated. The tribes, while autonomous, are run by the government. I would die of stress if I had to live in a city or town. yeah, you probably would, man. It takes a certain. My buddy lives in downtown San Diego, man, and like exactly what you think. Like on a high-rise building, a very tippy-top floor. It reminds me of being in jail or in prison, because it's just you're able to leave the building, but if someone locks that bottom door, you're stuck in the building. Where all the community, it's nice, it's cool, but man, it's it takes someone special to live like that. But he likes doing a bunch of things. He'll do a bunch. He likes the city life, the hustle and bustle. He likes it. Like, have you guys ever seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia? And the main characters at the bar, they move out of the city and go live in the suburbs, and they hate the suburbs because there's no noises. It's completely silent, or they can hear like the clock tick tick. They hear strange noises, but when they live in the city, it's just noise all the time. And and it drives them crazy, so they make noise themselves, But yeah, that's it reminds me of that scene from Always Sunny in Philly. They almost stay up all night because it's too silent. They're not worried about the gunshots or the wild, wild west. Yeah, it's loud. The city's, but once you get inside your little nook, it all goes away. But it's like living in a hotel room, basically. Yeah. That's what I can't do anymore. I used to be able to do that. I lived in apartments. Neighbors are real close, or houses, whatnot. But I can't do that shit. I'm too old for that, man. I can't. I'm only 36. I still feel pretty young, but I ain't living like that no mo. No mo, no mo. Most of our roads were built during the Great Depression. Holy shit. It supplied jobs during that time. Real life, small. All about it. That I'm getting that way. I think I was always that way, but just living it, you kind of have to deal with it. Deal with the closeness. But as I get older, I find myself trying to push myself away from the craziness. That's just, it's not worth being around all these people. So it really isn't. And there's not really that much community. As in like, where I live. And it kind of depends on you too, because my condo, I knew my neighbors pretty good. We would always talk, and I would say in the major cities probably not, community, but in the suburbs, yeah, like I'm out in where my parents live. I live next to a bunch of Filipinos. Filipinos and guys from Vietnam, complete families. So a Mexican family, a black family, and I'm only talking about like 6 houses next to my mom and dad where I grew up. But that's a good community, man. They come out, we talk, we share food, drop food off at each other's doorstep. We'll hire each other within the community, and this one lady, she's a Mexican chick, she's like 80 something, still hustles and bustles, but I used to hire her to help me clean up my house. I'll give her like $50 cash, and she would go in there and wipe everything down for me. She's my neighbor. I've known her she's basically like a grandma to me. Her son would come over to my dad's house and help pick up furniture because I can't. And then there's neighbors, down the street that we don't talk to, but we wave hi. It's good. Filipinos, man, they don't F around with community, man. They're up all night watching out. They lived in the slums of the Philippines or Vietnam. It's pretty neat. And the black family in our neighborhood, Erica, she used to babysit me when I was little. So now, my mom got her daughter a job. We're a pretty good community where I live. Even my condo, my brother's, where my brother lives, we all kind of live in the same region. Not basically the same city, but it's pretty good. I live in Ontario Ranch, Eastville, there's Norco, because we all were born and raised there, but the minute we start moving out, I'm not sure how it's going to be. But I plan on staying there, and I like that small community. I do. I really do. I like knowing my neighbor. I like knowing that the lady right here used to babysit me when 30 years ago. It makes, it just makes life easier, right? I mean, putting the Inwood 100 band together and get shit done. I know who my neighbors are, but I've never met a few. Oh, die of stress, that's funny. Most of our roads, oh yeah. I'm almost at small town in Iowa. It's almost all small town in Iowa. Yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, that could kind of get annoying every once in a while, I'm sure. Like, everyone kind of might know your business. Ladies, I know that kind of bugs, you know. Gotta bug. It's gotta bug. Yes, that would be like the only cool thing about, like, you know, my situation is you can go and move into like a city, man, and you're just one out of a million people. No one will know who you are. No one cares who you are. No one will ever ask about you. You know that, and that's why when people move out here from other states thinking they're gonna make it in Hollywood, they realize how ruthless people are, man. Out here in California, man, it's not an easy place, especially if you're trying to. I hear it all the time, dude. I'll take you guys to Venice Beach, California once soon, man. Maybe before it gets too cold. And I guarantee everyone there is not born in California. But they're all out here trying to live some rock star life, you know, on the Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, you know, and they try to become celebrities or actors or actresses, and they end up being drug addicts, or, you know, just they get caught in the party scene, man, because California is a big party state, dude. I mean, you know how people think, you know, what's the you know, college, the most party college, you know, it's like Scottsdale or Arizona or whatever, ASU. Yeah, California, man, you go to LA, that place is bumping all the time. The beach is always, the bars are always going down. You know, so you can drive, you can go to party to party to party. People are pretty nice, but, you know, people don't give a shit out. You go to LA, people don't give a shit about you. What's that one movie, is a Netflix show? It's about an Asian lady. You know, she moved from Canada to Los Angeles, and she stayed in the hotel down there, and I forget the name of the hotel. The Fitz or Ritz or something. It's a dirtbag hotel, dude. Everything in Los Angeles is disgusting. And she ended up dying and get thrown into a water container. Like, yeah, man. Like, this is, what the hell is, that's a Bigfoot. You guys see the Bigfoot? I'm just saying. I just saw a Blanquito Bigfoot, man. Yeah, that's typical LA, man. There's people come out here and live the high life, man, for as long as they can. And it's really easy to live out here with no money and act like a baller. People in the sticks out here are out there because they don't want to be found. Yeah, if you don't want to be known in a small town. Yeah. People come out here to be lost, man. And, you know, people don't like that small town where everyone's up your ass. And they'll come out here and get lost, dude. And when I mean they get lost, it's sad, because you'll talk to them, and our big city is Des Moines, population 500,000. That's pretty big. It's almost a small town. That's pretty big. 500,000. Yeah, you can get lost out here, man. And people, from other states, they'll come out here, and they'll either stay in LA or take a bus to Vegas, and they'll do that back and forth. You know, and you can get into a lot of places pretending that you can fake the funk. You know, and we're living out here that have never up, in their finest little mini pink, spark. Meth town, or we call that a meth town. Real gold. Yeah, me and Howard came up with a, what did we come up with? Oh, a movie script, that's right. The Civil War, Part 2, 2.0, yeah. We have a TikTok star than a movie star, man. I mean, look at the movies that we're making. You know, Brad Pitt's in it. It's the same actors over and over. It's cool. Brad Pitt's I heard he was a nice man. People literally will pay a college to take an acting class. Now that's sad. I would be a great actor, because I acted like a Marine once. I've acted like a cop once. I've acted yeah, he hit a dead zone. Yeah, big dead zone. Big dead zone. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know if you guys are still on, but I'll stay on for a little bit longer than. I'll get off. What? Right on. Hey, there you go. What's up, Howard? Yeah, man, I'm gonna get going. This is it's just gonna get worse and worse. Kind of going in a valley and all this other stuff. I thought it would be okay, but anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later. We were keeping the chat going. Yeah, thanks. Golden I did fine without you. Dude, I love you guys, man. Yeah, I enjoy hanging out with you guys and talking, dude, because I would. There's no one else I would talk to about Indian wars and Artie in Oklahoma and all this other crazy stuff, man. I appreciate it, but I'm gonna get going, man. It's gonna get worse. I'll see you guys later today. I'll stream on my way home. Semper Fi, guys.